This is Dr. Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video, we're going to talk about what is wrong with Francisco Lindor and is Mike Trout getting better? What is going on, everybody? Dr. Mike coming to you inside instead of outside because we just lived through a tornado warning where I am. We're fine. Thank you, God. The seats are totally wet. They just got poured on. The dogs are losing their minds. There's tornado sirens going off across the street. But here we are. Because you know what? It's Monday morning and we need to talk about the Mets. And specifically, we need to talk about Francisco Lindor. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Check out my baseball-related stuff. We open baseball card packs. And I'm even going to drop a music-related video this week as well. Subscribe, like, share, tell your friends. Thank you for joining in. Let's get started. I'm sitting here with my METS plastic cup from 1994 that I just found this weekend. My original Darryl Strawberry starting lineup. A beer stein filled with water, don't worry. And my 50th anniversary Mets hat, which I refuse to get rid of because that was a good year for the Mets. Well, it was kind of a good year. Here we are. We need to talk about Francisco Lindor. We need to talk about baseball a little bit. Coming off of Sunday Night Baseball, Mets-Phils, wild game. Rhys Hoskins thinks he ties it at the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. The ball hits the railing. They pull him back. They put him on second instead of it being 8-8. Edwin Diaz, Sugar Diaz, he's got the horn music he's coming into. Blows it. Not even a save situation. He's awful in non-save situations. Turns out he had back tightness. Luis Rojas, what the heck is he doing in the game if he's got back tightness? Come on. It's not a home run. Jeurys Familia, the Mets' old closer, comes in, strikes out Bryce Harper to end the game. I was up, looking at Twitter with my head on the pillow, waiting to go to sleep because it was 11:30. They win, but my heart was beating. I slept like crap last night, but you know what? The Mets win. Take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies, and apparently they're on the top of the NL East. The NL East is garbage so far this year. The first month of baseball, the National League East is supposed to be some sort of powerhouse. Every team is basically 500. When we look up Francisco Lindor and we start talking about his stats, let's check out where he's at. 82 at-bats, 1 home run, 171 batting average. Yikes. 3 RBIs. Oof. OPS at .508. He is basically worse than replacement level shortstop here in the National League at the beginning of May. Don't forget, just signed a huge $300+ million contract. He got 10 or 11 years. He's a Met basically for the rest of his life. He's playing fantastic defense. He's also becoming that leader of the team that we know him so much for. He's saying all the right things. He understands that he's not producing. The fans are giving him a little bit of, they're booing him a little bit there. Understandably, we're a little tough on our players, but we expect a little more from a guy who, just got $300+ million. I'm worried. Is it the Mets curse? Maybe. Is it an American League guy coming over to the National League and having to deal with new pitching? Maybe. Is it the pressure of I just got all this money and now I need to produce? Maybe. Last year, 2020 shortened season, did not have a good season. And honestly, every year he's been in the league, his numbers have gone down a little bit. So I know we like to get excited. We trade for this big name, give up some prospects. It's okay. I saw a stat that the 2 guys that we shipped out for trades this offseason, Jimenez and Rosario, are also hitting under 200 and not doing so well adjusting to a new league. Fine. Some guys get off to slow starts, but then you look at guys who get off to fast starts and you start to think, maybe this guy actually is just not that good. Maybe this guy is just not as good as we think. Bryce Harper is like this fantastic April player. Yermin Mercedes on the White Sox, he's got like 7-8 home runs, something like that. Vladimir Guerrero hitting really well. He's got a very high average, also hitting for power. He's starting to come around a little bit. So you start to get worried a little bit. You start thinking, is this guy, is he as good as we hoped he could be? So, that's one thing to think about with Lindor. So we'll go back to 2019. 2019, he finished the year batting .284, not bad. 170 hits, 74 RBIs. The year before, 92 RBIs. Came into the league in 2015. So, you know, we're looking right now at his like 7th year here in the league. It's trending towards, he's been getting a little worse. And as a Met fan, I don't want to say that, but you know, it's possible that he's not going to be the superstar player that we thought he would be, especially the first year of his 10-year contract. Ouch. It's okay. Guy's been playing for a long time. It's going to be okay. I'm just going to take a deep breath. I'm going to do my METS PMA meditation. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. We're just going to allow the Mets to do their thing. Like I said, the National League East up for grabs. It's anyone's game right now. First month of the season behind us. May, June, July, August, September. We got 5 months left of baseball. You know, Jacob deGrom still not getting the run support. That's fine. It's okay. Syndergaard coming back. Carrasco coming back. Lugo coming back. J.D. Davis, Brandon Nimmo, they got hurt. Those guys will be back. I think this team is still gelling. You can get me started on Luis Rojas. I'm not so sure this guy has any clue what he's doing. You know what? We haven't had a manager since Terry Collins. Really know what they're doing anyway. So whatever. Donnie Stevenson, the new mindset coach for the Mets. Wink, wink, Donnie Stevenson. You know, the Mets have been talking about Donnie Stevenson and who's Donnie Stevenson? And actually, I honestly have no flipping idea who Donnie Stevenson is. And I don't think they do either. I think it's just this mythical guy that's helping them get their shit together and get their heads out of their asses. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's talk about Mike Trout for a little bit here. I'm going to pull up some Mike Trout stats here on my iPad. He's the best player in baseball. He's hitting like over 400. Finally, he's got a team that looks like they may actually do something with him. Ohtani, the guy Walsh. They got Joe Madden out there managing the team. Mike Trout is hitting .413. He has got 7 home runs, 16 RBIs, 29 years old, just now entering his prime. How about that? How about that Mike Trout is just entering his baseball prime? The next 3 or 4 years could be otherworldly. The kid, Mikey T-R-O-U-T. You know what? If the Mets shit the bed this year, I'm going with the Angels all the way. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends. Like I said, we're talking baseball here. You know, we're a little more Met-centric just because that's the team I care about. We'll see you here next week.